Hey, namaste everybody. Today, I want to talk, I just sort of want to talk about stuff. Um, I've just been sitting with A Course in Miracles after my morning meditation, and I've had a few great sort of experiences lately, and I have felt quite like a drastic shift in my day-to-day living because something has lifted. For many years, I used to have this tired feeling, this sort of foggy, not necessarily like just physical tiredness, but like an overall drain on my system where, I would feel, even though I think naps are great anyway, but I would feel like, oh my god, like I need to have a bit of a rest before my next session. And I realized that a lot of that tiredness came from sort of unseen pressures that I was putting on myself that were outside of me and possibly in the future as well, or coming from the past. A lot of it is kind of making up for perceived lack or fear of not being good enough. And oftentimes all we need is to recognize it's there and then let it go and be willing to just be like, I really don't need that anymore. And what comes after is just sort of a really liberating feeling of freedom and ecstasy and really good vibes all day, every day. And there's been like this drastic shift. Instead of having any kind of feeling of stress around my working life, I'm now feeling more this like excitement, like an excitement to share who I am with clients, an excitement to seize the day and fill the day with lots of positive things. And I know it's been the legwork and laying the foundation for at least a good couple years leading up to this time. It's just now I'm really feeling in my body some significant shifts. So this is really exciting. And I wanted to talk about, so I had a good chat with a friend yesterday, and as always, like when I'm on holiday, I have really good chats with friends and family about this kind of stuff that I'm into, about our mind, our collective mind, the world that we live in, like what is reality, what is the truth, why are we here, all that kind of stuff. And I've been riding this really high wave, feeling fantastic about life in general and different things. And I just had a chat yesterday with somebody who challenged me, who brought stuff up. It was like, yeah, you seem different, and it was just amazing because I realized that before, because of the anxiety and the pressure I put on myself, I was actually consciously maybe like projecting an image or projecting a quality of myself that I didn't feel was real. And now that I'm letting that barrier down, or I'm letting that wall down, people are going to see something a little bit different. They're going to see something probably more authentic of who I am, but different from what they're used to, and how we interpret that, and indeed how I go away with, after people say that. That's interesting, because my old self could kind of be a bit like like worried about that, or like feel like I've done something wrong, or I feel like I've done something to upset people, and I just know that's not not the case at all. And then another thing sort of along this thread that I wanted to talk about was just empathy and being a sensitive person. And this really, in a very real way, means that you more easily or are more susceptible to picking up other people's vibes. And I would say most people are aware of this. You can go into a room and feel a heaviness if there's a lot of people maybe really upset or depressed. Certainly, you go into a hospital, there's a certain vibration there. You go into a pub, there's a certain vibration there. You go into a school, right? So realizing that there's this energetic frequency that we don't see with our naked eyes, but indeed we're feeding off of all the time. And more and more, I've had an awareness of this. Like in my mind, people have told me you're a sensitive person. And I always thought it was, again, through my own false perception, I kind of took that in a negative way. Like I'm over dramatic and my sensitivity makes me wrong somehow, or makes it like a bad thing. And of course, the only thing with that is that I can't do anything with that, okay? So I'm bad and I'm wrong and I'm sensitive, so I might as well just like not go out, or I might as well not like, put myself in situations that could potentially hurt me. But what I'm finding now is just through this work is that the more I step out, yes, I do feel sensitive. Yes, I recognize how I can internalize aspects or situations. However, because I know, okay, I am sensitive, like what is this feeling? I can usually ask myself, whether or not in that present moment, but certainly after, if I feel like a bit of anxiety or a bit of upset after a situation, I can then kind of take my time processing it, or just being aware of the fact that I may have, absorbed some other frequencies, and I might have kind of taken on other people's ideas about life that aren't mine and that I don't need. And this is something that's for me, because of my old habits, this takes quite a lot of courage, because mainly because I'm just not used to doing it, but coming back to myself and peeling back layers, or looking at what is true to me and who am I and who do I know myself to be, and that's what I'm going to focus on. So I can just kind of let people be who they are, and let people say what they want to say and do what they want to do and believe what they want to believe. But ultimately it does always come back to me, and especially when there's been a conversation or an interaction that's slightly uneased me. So it's made me feel a bit, again, anxious or uneasy, something like I feel sort of thrown off my being in the vortex, like being in the flow, and then just knowing, okay, that's somebody else's stuff, like that's somebody else's idea that's great for them. It's just that like it doesn't have to be mine as well, right? So letting people be who they are, and if you're sort of empathetic like me, or if you're a sensitive person like me, knowing that sometimes if you get thrown, or if you start to feel some anxiety or negative emotion, it's not always yours to take. You can let it go if you want to. So I'll probably talk more about being sensitive and being empathetic in another session, because I think it's something quite powerful to learn how to cope and learn how to deal with that, because when we're unaware, it's almost like ripping the carpet out from under us. We can suddenly feel very burdened. We can get upset really easily because we're sort of unconsciously adopting other people's beliefs and other people's frequency that doesn't feel good for us, because when we're alone, when we're in our kind of safe environments, we're really practicing lifting and raising the vibration and purifying and clearing things. So again, when we're not really deep and really strong within ourselves, we can easily be kind of cajoled and thrown about by other energies. So again, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, or email me, talk to me about the stuff that I'm sharing with you, and I don't know, see if you feel the same way. I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure to protect yourself, protect your energy, give yourself a nice little pink bubble or purple bubble or whatever, and really know who you are, and know that you're a really divine, amazing, light-filled being, truly, and that everything you want to have, everything that you want to do in your life is yours to do. Just often increasing our awareness and becoming more peaceful from within, and listening to the stillness, but sort of being the witness instead of the crazy thinking mind all the time. All of these tools we can use to just raise our vibration in the best way possible, live a more joyful, happy, peaceful, and abundant life. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Satnam.